Hi, everyone. Welcome back. Since we're talking about mission today, I thought I'd dress the part. Welcome to Mars. This is session 4 of the I Am Sent discipleship course and marks the halfway point. Again, I'm Greg Clemens, founder of the Sent Ones Network. Okay, that astronaut rocket man bit was going to get old, so I'm back on Earth. As we meet today, you should have a very basic, rough draft of a mission statement, a mission you believe God is calling you to. It's a mission He's planned for you from long ago, a mission designed specifically for you in college, one that will draw upon all the ways He's masterfully created you. Meaning, you'll carry out the mission using your unique blend of strengths, passions, personality, spiritual gifts and skills, and you'll even draw upon your life story. The experiences you've had will be helpful in ministering to the people He's called you to. As usual, we'll start this session with a devotional. This one has to do with dealing with doubts in your calling. Timely, huh? Don't worry. If you're feeling a bit apprehensive about your calling, you're about to find out you're in great company. As you'll see from this devotional, God specializes in using people who feel completely unworthy, ill-equipped, or simply out of their league. A good example of this is the calling of Moses. Many of us are familiar with the backstory of Moses' life, but if not, it would be helpful to read Exodus chapters 1 and 2. If you are familiar, skip that and go ahead and read Exodus 4, 1-17, where Moses resists the calling God had on his life. When done, answer and discuss the questions for Devotional 4 found in the appendix. And as usual, we've included our thoughts on the following page. Go ahead and pause the video until you're done. So we hope that was helpful to see that even Moses had his doubts and fears. There are others as well who had the same apprehensions. See also Esther and Gideon and Isaiah. Trust me, there's a long list, but ultimately they all surrender and walked by faith. Now let's turn to your mission statement. Hopefully you got something down on paper using the tips we gave you for writing one. Remember, mission statements are your friend. They help you focus. You are a finite being with limited time and resources, and in order to have an effective, fruitful impact, you have to consistently minister where God has called you. Plus, it gives you boundaries. Meaning, there are so many worthy causes out there, but they all aren't meant for you. Plus, focusing on a specific mission allows you the needed time to build relationships where trust is eventually earned. Jumping around from different mission to different mission just won't give you that. It doesn't mean always saying no to everything else, but it means this is your main priority. Focusing also helps you gain a level of expertise in whatever context He's called you to. There are other benefits to having a well-defined mission statement, but it suffices to say they've proven to help people hit their mark. After all, if you aim at nothing, you'll hit it every time. So now, what I'd like you all to do is go around the group and have each person share their mission statement. Once they finish, I want you all to constructively and compassionately critique them on the following. 1. Did they incorporate key words or phrases from some of their strengths, story, passions, personality, spiritual gifts, and skills? You won't remember all those things, but ask them if they're there. Remember, you want your mission statement to fit with who God designed you to be. 2. Did they identify a place or a specific group of people where they'll focus and can minister there regularly? Most likely, it'll be at a place or with a people group where they already live, work, or play. Thirdly, did they use mission statement phrases such as, "My mission is to," or "I believe God has called me to"? Also, does it have a "so that" phrase that then describes the result? So take some time to share and critique your statements. Remember, these are rough drafts, so give and receive these critiques freely. In other words, view the critiques as loving suggestions. We all understand the mission God has for us is vital in experiencing ever-deepening oneness with the Father and living a life of transcendent purpose and meaning. We all want that for one another, so keep that in mind. Okay, pause the video and go about sharing and critiquing your mission statements. This should take up the rest of the session time. When you're done, I'll have a few things to say before you wrap. All right, I bet that was really cool to hear what everyone feels led to do. For next time, take those suggestions and fine-tune your mission statement. Try to keep it at a length that you can memorize. That comes in handy when you're asking others to potentially join you, or if you need to raise money for what you're trying to do. Plus, it helps to have it memorized when you simply need to remind yourself of your kingdom calling. We'll let you share your final version next week. Okay, next week's session will take us back to something we read about in the introduction to this course. We talked about 5 things everyone needs in order to be sent well, which means abiding in Christ and bearing fruit in our mission. Do you remember what those were? The first shouldn't be a surprise. It's a surrendered heart, willing to do whatever it is He's called you to. The second is what you're defining now, and that's your kingdom calling or mission statement. In order to be sent well, you need to know what God is calling you to do. The third thing is a team. Again, Jesus intended for us to do mission in the context of community. We need one another. He sent out the disciples 2 by 2 for a reason. The Apostle Paul had a group of people he always went with or connected with once in a city. The fourth thing is ongoing equipping or training. That's basically the idea of, in order to do ministry effectively in the context I'm going to, I'm probably going to need to learn a few things. And finally, the fifth thing is a plan. Speaking of, that's what session 5 is going to help you create. In that session, you're going to come up with a plan that helps you move forward on the 4 things we just talked about. We're going to help you put together a plan for how you will maintain a surrendered and abiding heart, finish your mission statement, find or create a team of like-minded others, and where to receive some ongoing training and coaching. This plan, like your mission statement, will be a first draft. You're going to list some goals, steps, and dates, but don't get hung up on too many details. Again, God will give you what you need when you need it and guide you to those specific things and people in due time. This just gives you a roadmap to get you out the door taking your first steps on mission. The plan will grow or shrink and change somewhat over time. It's meant to be flexible, yet still give you a framework to take proactive, helpful steps. So just answer the questions in the homework and we'll see what you all came up with during session 5. And with that, have someone close in prayer and specifically pray for courage. This is the point in the course where everything is getting real and where you'll be tempted to shrink back. The devil and the world we live in want nothing more than to keep you where you are, numbed by temporal pleasures, comfortable and secure, but unfulfilled, having no eternal impact on the world and a mediocre relationship with God. So beware of that. Resist the urge to move away from the Father. Instead, meet with Him regularly this week and move forward in the plans He has for you. Remember, He is what you long for. He is your great reward. So keep going. You're doing awesome. And we'll see you next time for session 5.